Good day, good day. Just first off, want to say thank you all for getting me over 1,000 or getting me at 1,000. You know, Ed put up a post, a little something in his community tab about it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that greatly. That you guys care about, you know, the number and you know what that means to even me as a channel. You know, and like care about it more than I do. And what that like, and I don't mean to diminish, you know, what was done, but that means a lot that other people care about your success, and that's fucking cool. Like, I appreciate that greatly. Like, you know, I've always said, hey, listen, man, once you focus on the numbers, you lose focus. Like, especially when it comes to YouTube. And for, you know, people to actually do that and just to say, hey, listen, we want to get you, I think it was at 997 or something like that. And for Ed and even others, especially the ones that joined in, just to get me over that point. And even, you know, brothers mentioned me on panels in terms of like, you know, some of the stuff I do for coding and even income and things that I talk about. Like, I really appreciate you guys, really. And I always say, hey, listen, I love you guys. And I really do mean that. Like, I got love for y'all. You know, it's like, hey, listen, if I could help, I will, definitely. Especially when it comes to, like, you know, giving knowledge and things like that. But, yeah, I just, I do want to say thank you very much for that. I don't think I'll do anything big like a 1K stream, you know, or something like that. But I do have plans. I've been building out the network at the house. Finally, you know, buying some more equipment and just spending more money, man. And just getting, quote unquote, better, easier to configure equipment. Because I'm just realizing, like, I'm not that type of I'm not, you know, in terms of like time and age and patience, I don't feel like trying to configure a switch that has like 3 to 4 different documentations for the same damn switch, depending on the version and all this other stuff. So I've gotten some Ubiquiti equipment, or some more Ubiquiti equipment, and putting it, I'm pretty much everywhere, you know, instead of like having a mixture and all this other stuff, I'm just putting it everywhere, just spending the money. I've had this equipment for like a fucking year, and it's like, I need to fucking get it going. So what the plans are, and I'm just coming from Lowe's, I'm gonna hang up some new fans. Sadly, I got COVID, not last week, but the week before last. You know, at the end of, what was that? The first week of July. So it was like July, I think it's July 1st I got it. And I realized that I had it, and that fucking sucked. So, you know, I had that for a week. And, but before that, like that July 4th weekend, I wanted to, because July 4th would have been that Tuesday. And I wanted to like get a whole bunch of networking stuff done at the house and, you know, get some stuff done. And I was just fucked up. But that leads me to the point of this video. Treat yourself, I guess, you know, or you owe it to yourself. You owe yourself time, right? Like, give yourself time so you can actually make certain things happen. Give yourself time so you can relax. Give yourself time so you can enjoy certain things. And I was, you know, laying in my bed, watching a shit ton of fucking Netflix, Crunchyroll, getting the anime fix in, catching up on a lot of stuff, which is great. You know, especially while feeling shitty. And COVID now is kind of like, you know, regular flu for me. I've never gotten vaccinated, so it wasn't really that bad, and it's gotten easier to get past all that stuff. But but what I noticed is I was just like, I've never had a time in my life where I've been able to take off, say, 3 months, 6 months, you know, not because of health reasons, not because of you know, unemployment or anything else like that. I don't think I've really ever been unemployed that long, to be honest. Yeah, but I've always, quote unquote, been doing something. Like, even when I was in college, like, yo, I'm working my ass off, getting in and out of the weight room, getting on the field and shit, and getting knocked the fuck off, getting my head knocked the fuck off sometimes, especially on practice team. Oh God, in college, Jesus. And it was just like, I've never had that time where I just didn't do anything. And, you know, as an adult with responsibilities, a home, and all this other stuff, like, you're gonna have to pay for that. Like, you're gonna have to pay for that quote-unquote vacation. And I'm not talking about a vacation either, because I've told you guys before, I'm not a traveler. One thing that a friend and I came up with while we were talking, we just fed off of one another, but he was talking about cruises and how cruises are a great way, because, you know, you have those 1 week cruises where you're going to like 7 different spots or 7 different islands, or the Caribbeans, or in the Caribbean. And I was like, you know, I was like, man, a cruise is a great way to find out where you want to stay longer. And he's like, yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good way of saying it. And like, he was just talking about it, and I just put it to like that phrase to it. And I was like, wow. And so I may take a cruise or something like that just to check it out. But a cruise is a great way to say, okay, hey, listen, I want to stay here for a week. Or versus, now I'm only here for a couple hours and shit, that's too fucking long. So I thought that was pretty special. But I'm thinking about what I want to do going into this. But I want to give myself 3 months, 6 months, a year. I'm thinking about a year of just saying, fuck it. I don't want to work for nobody. And it's not for a vacation. It's not to go visit family and tour the East Coast, and I'm gonna go fly over to Cali and just be coast to coast and touch both oceans and shit like that. And because I know Ed has talked about like how special that is. And it's just like, okay, that's all well and good. Nah, I just want to lay in my house and not leave, maybe take a shower every other day, just because I can't stand the smell of myself. And I just watch TV. Like, like on some, you know, I guess man shit. Like, you know, men don't take much to please us, but it's just like, all right, cool. If I go out, I go out. But if not, probably better. And I was just thinking about that. It's like, I haven't given myself that. And do I want to wait until retirement to do something like that? And it's like, why do I have to wait? I don't. Like, right now, I can liquidate all my assets, the assets that are liquid. So that'll be like stocks and some crypto. And actually, yeah, that'll be 6 months. 6 months of expenses. Easy. Right now. Like, I can liquidate that shit, have the shit transferred to me by next week, quit my jobs, and be like, all right, man, I'll talk to y'all later. If my job is still available in 4 months, you know, I'll start reaching out again, right? Like saying, hey, listen, give myself 6 months, 4 months of just fucking nothing and, you know, doing my own projects, doing my own work. And then 2 months of like, before I have to, at the 2 month mark left of that period, start looking for jobs and say, hey, listen, you know, I want to start in this much time, so on and so forth. You know, and probably have to, you know, cut that short or something, you know what I mean? Like, cut it shorter than 6 months, because most of the places, they want you to like be available within 2 weeks from you getting hired, you know. And I was just like, you know, and the job market's not that great right now. You know, all that money's drying up, so they don't need as many people. They're working the people that they have to the bone and managing them differently, more efficiently. This is also the time to use more AI tools. So the job market, of course, quote unquote, will never be the same. So it's like, there's risk to what I'm thinking about. But I mean, how many brothers out there have done stuff like that, where they've given themselves 3 to 6 months, man, like a year of just not working, and like, and not because it's like, yo, listen, I'm tired, I'm burnt out, just because like, yo, let me just give that to myself as a fucking treat. Like, you know, when they, you know, you give your kid a passport or something like that, or a vacation or a cruise or a time with their friends. And it's like, I've always told my nephew, I told him for the longest, man, and that sucker turned 22 the other day. That's, wow. Blessings, man. It's awesome to see him grow up, man. But, you know, I've always told my nephew, man, like, listen, don't rush to get a job. Don't rush to work. Because you start doing that, man, like, this is, I told him, I was like, you know, you're not going to have this time again where you can play fucking PS4 on your uncle's big screen TV. And like, listen, you may get up for a bathroom break. I mean, there's sometimes where, you know, this motherfucker had to rush in between games because he had to piss or shit, you know what I mean? Stinking up my fucking room and shit. Stinking up my fucking bed. I come in from a 12-hour shift. Hey, Uncle Mike, what's up? I'm just gonna finish this game. And sometimes I just fall asleep with him just playing the video game. Like, whatever, man, go ahead and do your fucking thing. Sleeps all day. And I was like, you know, you won't get that time again. And, you know, as when we're younger, we don't, not respect it, but we don't appreciate or value that time until we get older. And then we get it back, you know, 3 3-day long weekends, 4-day weekends, 1 week vacations, 2 week vacations, maybe a month maternity, paternity leave or some shit like that. That's when we quote unquote get it back. And it's just like, or get that opportunity to do that again. But look at what happens with that. The thing that's held over your head is that you're gonna come back. Like, you're gonna come back to work. And then sometimes when you come back to work, you're coming back to like a shitstorm of stuff, or even sometimes, depending on how important you are, you're actually what's it called? You're coming back to more work, or you actually, no, not more, not just that, but you're off, and you still getting calls and all types of other shit. And I'm like, you know, why not give myself that time? Like just that little bit of leisure, you know? And like that, listen, that's soft male life. Like, look, I just got my hair done today, got it retwisted, got it washed, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm about to go in my workshop now and get some stuff done, hang up some fans, because the fucking COVID came out because I had a damn box fan blowing directly on me. So I was like, man, I got to get some more shop fans in this thing to air it out. So I just got some fasteners so I can hang it all up. But it's just like, you know, soft male life. You know what I mean? Just 6 months just not doing a damn thing, man. Not even getting dirt under my nails. Shit, I might put the dogs in the kennel for at least a week. Why? Just because I don't want to see them motherfuckers. Love them, though. But it's like, things like that, man. Like, yo, just that time. Just that time to look at that. Look at that soft male life, natural sunlight filter. Just the sun just kissing my face. Oh, soft male life. But just that time to say, like, all right, I'm gonna work on my projects. There is no goal. There is no, I want to do this, and this while I'm away, and or I'm not working. Ooh, that looks ashy. Anyways, what's it called? Ashy male life. But just that time to be dusty, man. Just that time to say, man, fuck it. Like, I don't want to go Turks and Caicos. I don't want to go to Greece. I don't want to go to Maldives. I don't want to go to fucking Dubai. Like, I don't want to do none of that shit. Bitch, I want to stay home and watch anime. Yo, I want to watch anime so much that the shit I'm going to watch ain't even dubbed yet. Like, it's all fucking subtitles. And, like, who gives a fuck? I got the time to watch it, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro. So, the plan is, I had something scheduled with All-Star advisor Alonzo Hall, but I don't think he got the memo or something like that. So I'm going to reach out to him again and see if we can get that rescheduled. I did really want to talk with him. And go over some of the things I want to do. Especially, I just need a wealth advisor at this point. One, just for this one year plan. I'm thinking I might do 1 year. 1 year, probably even pay off the truck and stuff like that. And that's including, like, still making mortgage payments on my home, truck payment if I still have it, paying off a mortgage payment for my dad's house, and still helping my mom. So all that stuff factored in to that 6 months to a year. And a year would be even better, because then I can deal with the up and down job market and maybe even come back in less than a year. I think I'll get bored. I'm not going to be sitting there watching TV and stuff. I'll be working on my own project. You know, the whole the mowing project. But the goal right now is to save up at least maybe 3 months, 6 months, and then have that in the account, and then start saving up for, like, even incidentals and stuff. I think about $130K and that'll take about a year to actually put together. Yeah, probably 130K. I honestly, 80K is a year, and then just having another 50K, just like, hey, something happens, I have money and stuff like that. And I would just probably keep that in, like, most of it in savings or something like that, and a little bit out there in the wild, aka the markets. Is my thought. And whatever, like, you know, when I actually get a chance to get in touch with Alonzo, whatever from there, or whatever he recommends. So I'm just really thinking about this, and really just saying, man, like, that would be nice to actually pay myself some time back, man. I've been working for a long fucking time, just non-fucking stop. And I've been working, it's 2023. I graduated 04. You know, you do, and I'm talking like career years, not just those little jobs in between college and shit like that. College, I stopped going to college 2006, so none of those summer jobs and shit. So probably having a job since 2008. Since 2008, man, that's like 15 years. Yeah, 15 years of just working straight. And I'm gonna be 38 this year. So it would be kind of nice at 39, 40 to like give myself that year. So I'm not saying it's immediate. Actually, I can do it, as I said, right now. The only reason I don't want to is, one, I'm making probably the most money I've ever made, so I don't want to lose that right now. And two, with that money, I'm able to do certain things. Like, I want to get 2 driveways or 2 ramps. Like, you know how when you go into a gas station or store, they have the ramp from the road and it just comes down to like a trapezoid? I think it's a trapezoid. But it comes down and then it flows into the actual parking lot of the business. So I want to get 2 of those, poured, some concrete poured, for my property, and then get an asphalt strip from that, as a driveway. So getting things like that done at the house, maybe even getting that building back there. But the pond room has to get completed at some point, but that's not, I can keep it the way it is for now. Like, I'm not worried about that. It would be nice to get the glass and everything in there, but that would be like another 40, 50 grand or something like that. The glass itself is 32 grand for what I want, plus the garage doors, that's another 16 grand, plus the electrical and water to get all that piped in. So that's, you know, another 9-10 grand right there. So yeah, I can get those projects done. That's why I'm not in a rush, because it's like, yo, if I can work this and make this type of money for a longer period of time, I mean, shit, do it. That's fine. But when it comes time to say, hey, listen, man, deuces, like, yo, have all these things done and have, like, you know, 80 to 130K sitting in the bank or sitting in assets somewhere, like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'll take the time to do that. And then even, you know, have a paid off truck, or even a new one, and still just have the payments, or have it down, like, have a good down payment on it to where the payments are lower for that 6-month or 12-month period. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you can play with all of these numbers and everything else like that to get your quote unquote acceptable or perfect scenario. And that's my goal, is like, I guess I really should make like a structured soft male life look, you know, like this, like, I'd be the poster child for soft male life. Look at that. That's so, get me. Looking like Big Ja. Big Ja be making these fucking faces on his damn skits. But really, I mean, just, you can't see it, but like, my lawn just got cut. How beautiful that looks. The workshop, you know, building that out. The building itself, the pump house, getting painted and getting some other repairs done and everything else like that around the house. You know, like, all these things, man. I don't know if you even got that good view. Hopefully I got it. But all these things, just like having it factored in to get my lawn cut, which is in a substantial amount. It's like $290 to $90 to get my front yard cut. But it looks fucking amazing. Like, I walk outside and I see my cut lawn and I'm like, damn, yeah, I'm gonna have to factor this in, because I'm gonna need this bitch cut, and I'm not doing it my damn self. Not unless like my mowing project does it. But it's shit like that, man. Shit like that. Giving yourself that time back to relax and enjoy yourself. And not because you're retired and you've already worked, you know, you've worked 30 years just so you can have enough for the next 20 years for medical expenses and everything else, man. And I don't feel like doing that. I want to take a break now. I want soft male life now. Give it to me now. Like, I want... Yeah. But that's the plan. 6 months to a year. Saved up. And when I get back in the job market, I get back in the job market. You know? I've started reading more. Trying to polish my skill in that regard, when it comes to programming and everything. I mean, just imagine, like, you know, you chill all day and the only thing you got to do is just go to do your workouts. Shit, might even change my time for my workouts to like in the morning and just have the whole day, just whatever. Yeah, I guess I'll go to a movie or something like that. I'll probably just work on my project the whole time. I won't sit around and do nothing. Like, that's not what I want to do. That shit is boring. But I want the option to say, I don't want to take a day off and we have this project, we have this push at the end of a sprint. You know, I just want to be like, all right, man, yeah, maybe I'll work today. Or maybe I'll get some progress done or something like that. Anyways, I can talk about it over and over again. I'm going to go hang a fan and see how this thing looks, and also see how it circulates air in that damn in that shop. Honestly, if I could do it all over again, I would. I was rushing so much to get everything done that I really should have waited, got it insulated, and then got the floor put down. Like, that would, and I honestly, I don't like the insulation or the look of the insulation, because I just don't like that foam look and everything. They can, like, you know, what's it called? Scrape it smooth is what the guy said, because that's what they're gonna do on in the pond room. But I would probably like drywall it if that happened. So I like the way it looks, but in terms of like the heat and heating and cooling it, it fucking, like, it's just, you just don't do it. So like, I don't work in there in the winter. I definitely don't work in there during the day. And then even on them hot nights, it's like, you know, so insulating it allows you to actually use it more. So that's one thing I do, yeah, I'll say it's a regret. It's not something where it's just like, it hits me when it's like hot in there or something like that, where you can't use it because of this or that. So you do so much more just to avoid, there's so much more you have to do just because of lack of insulation, you know, and then ventilation as well. So, because the fans that I have in there now in the windows are exhaust, because I want the air to pull out, just especially when I start getting a lawnmower in that enclosed space like that. The lawnmower area where I can have it and it's running is going to be right underneath an exhaust fan. So it's not going to be like, you know, like, and I'd have to, like, you know, put in precautions to make sure that I don't die of carbon monoxide poisoning. So it's stuff like that. That's what I want to make sure of. And like insulating it would have been better in the long run. What I might do is still get like a mosquito net around the garage door, so I can roll up the garage door and then be in and out through the net, and then I have that the wind and everything come in. So that's one thing I've been thinking about. and getting it done. Anyways, Soft Mode Life, poster boy, you know, see y'all later. Peace. Love y'all. Thanks for getting me to 1K.